everybody, this is Abigail Davis with Southern Classic Realtors. I have a property listed for sale in Fargo, Georgia, and I wanted to kind of do a little video. I've had so many people call me about it, so I thought this may make it easier. I am here, let me flip my camera around. I'm here on Highway 94, and I'm going to start off right here by showing you this corner. If you go in, if you went into the wood line a little bit into that corner, that would have you starting out at roughly this section of the property right here. Now the seller wants to keep, per the tax assessor's site, this whole tract is 9.06 acres, I believe, maybe 9.02. But the seller is going to keep this first 2 acres. So the 7 acres, that will be 7 acres more or less, that will be for sale, will be all of this area in here. So this corner right here, which will be part of the 2 acres the seller keeps, is located right inside those woods there just a little bit. So if you kept going on down further into those woods, that would take you to the property corner here, which will be the beginning of the 7 acres that will be for sale. So we're going to drive on. I have my husband as my loyal chauffeur of the Can-Am. So we're going to drive down Highway 94. The properties that are on the left here, if I'm driving 94, if you could see the road, it will be right in here. So these properties that are in front of the 2 acre tract are the properties right here that you see on the road. Right up here where we turn is right here on our map. So when we turn on the Eagle Nest, there is this property on the left. And then when we pass this property on the left, this next property will be part of the 2 acres that the seller wants to keep. So we're passing the property on the left. There's another property over on the right. This here is part of that 2 acres that the seller plans to keep. So if we took this out and went straight down the line to that corner where I showed you, that would take us all here. Now I have just did an estimation on the property tax site that has kind of showed me roughly where the property corners will be to make 7 acres. And it is going to start somewhere in here on this curvature of the road. So the 7 acres will be all of this. This, from what the seller has told me, this dirt lane is part of the property, but it's an easement. It goes straight down here around the back of the pond, and it's an easement for the 2 properties back here to be able to get to. So the seller has said that this is part of her land. All this, there's my husband, all of this is pretty much cleared out here from what we can see. This is the pond. So the pond is here on this back corner of the property. The seller has told me that over here, if I'm on the dirt lane, I'm calling it the right side of the property. That I think this is the side she told me is the deeper side. She said it has catfish and brim. There is connection there, fiber for Windstream, which is your internet. And then the hydrant property line. I'm not sure about that back property line. I have no clue about it. But I know out here by this area of road, it is fenced. Said that it was a man-made pond. She said it's been there about 30 years and it has a clay bottom. So if we turn into this set of gates, that will take us to where the RV was, which is where there is water connected, power connected. There's a second gate. At the back of that second gate, there used to be a deep well. The tank got messed up. A tree fell down and hit the tank, so the tank is messed up. The seller is not sure if the deep well will still work. She never replaced the tank because she really didn't have a need for it. But now if we come here to this first entrance, this set of gates, I believe when the surveyor surveys out this 7-acre tract, I think that they're going to be able to come and survey it hopefully right at the back of that shed, or hopefully that will stay on with this side of the property. But all of the land back there is honestly too grown up for me to be able to get to. But all of this up here is what I can show you. Oh, we're driving. No problem driving in here. But back there is just so grown up. And when I say back there, so if we look at the map again, all in here, we're driving about right in here right now. But all of this is what I'm calling back there. So all of that back there. And I just don't have a way to get back there to show it to you because it is grown up. As far as people asking me, could you build, could you put something here, I believe, don't take my word as an expert. I sell property, but I'm not a land guru, so I don't want you to strictly go off of my word, but I believe you could build out in here. And then the seller had her RV at one point over here. Now there is a ditch on the property. I think it's like a drainage ditch. It may run down to the creek, but you can see water in it, and on that direction you can see water. There's this cute little bridge that goes over it. And now this area in here is where she had her RV. So that is the water connection. And then you see your power pole here. And here she has a small septic that was just large enough for the size of the RV. If you did build or put a mobile home or something here, you would have to have an actual septic tank, a real residential septic tank put down. She had dish network. There is that. And then again, this is the pond view from this direction. 9.06 or 9.02 on the tax